Hi everyone, I'm Catherine and today is day 2 of our virtual camp, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make s'mores cake pops. So for this class you're going to be needing your 5-inch cake, your marshmallow extract, your buttercream frosting, your lollipop sticks, your white chocolate, your dark chocolate, your mini marshmallows, and your graham crackers. Some extras that you may need for the class that didn't come in your kit is just like a plate, piece of parchment paper, some scissors to cut the pastry bag, and that's it. Nothing too crazy. So let's get started. So to get started, you're going to want to grab a bowl and your cake, and you're going to unwrap your cake and you're going to break it up and start breaking it into little crumbs and pieces. You're going to want to try and get the cake as fine as you can for this part, just crumbs. You don't want big chunks of cake. So as you can see, I'm just going to take my fingers and just rub the cake, break it into crumbs. I'm using gloves because this can get sticky and all messy on your hands. You don't have to wear gloves, but of course if you have gloves at home you can wear them, or you can just do this bare hands. That's up to you. Once your cake is all in crumbs in your bowl, you're going to take your marshmallow extract, and I am going to add about almost a cap, probably about half a cap, not too much because the oil flavorings are a lot stronger than the extracts. So just be careful with how much marshmallow flavor you add. If you want more or less, that's up to you. Just be careful because the oils are a lot stronger. Next, you're going to take a dollop of buttercream and you're going to put it in your cake. You don't want too much because you don't want the cake to be too moist or too greasy, because that can break through your chocolate dip shell if it is a little greasy, because it looks for a way to escape. So then you're just going to mix it up the best you can with your hands. As you can see, it's messy, but that's okay. So you're just going to keep mixing and mixing until everything is fully incorporated. When it is fully incorporated, you should be able to take a piece of the cake and squeeze it in your hand, and it will hold its shape. Now that your cake mixture is ready to go, you can either get a plate, a cake board, whatever you have. I'm going to use a cake board, and you're going to start taking chunks of your cake ball dough, I guess. And you're going to start rolling them into balls in your hand, and then you're going to place them on your plate or cake board, whatever you have, and then you can refrigerate them. I refrigerate them after, just to help when we put our stick in, that it helps stick into our cake quicker and it sets faster. Okay, so at the end I had just a little bit of extra dough left, so what I did is I just took little bits and pieces and divided them between all my cake balls. And when you're done with your cake balls, just pop them in the fridge to chill for a little bit. So now that my cake balls have chilled for like 15-30 minutes, you're going to now take your white chocolate and you're going to melt it. You're going to do 30-second intervals for the first 2 times and then 10 seconds after that, and make sure it's all nice and smooth. So now that your chocolate's melted, you're going to grab your lollipop sticks and you're going to stick the end in just a little bit, and then you're going to stick it straight into the middle of your cake pops, and you're going to do this for all your cake pop. When putting your lollipop sticks in, make sure you don't push it all the way through. You don't want them to come out the top of your cake pop. After I put all my sticks in, I like to leave my cake pops out at room temperature for a little bit. I like them to warm back up, because if you dip them straight into the warm chocolate, they can crack. So now it's time to dip. So if you need to reshape your cake pop a little bit, that's totally fine. Just do that. So you're going to stick your cake pop in and gently roll it into your chocolate. And then now you need to get the excess chocolate off. Instead of bagging the stick on the side, just lightly tap your hand. This will help get the excess off. For these cake pops, you won't be needing like a foam board or anything, because we aren't going to be having them stand up by their sticks. They're going to be sitting on the actual cake pop for this one. So you can just place it on your parchment, your wax paper, whatever you have, and let it sit. And then you're going to roll your next cake pop the same way. Again, use your hand to to get the excess off. If you bang the stick on the side of your bowl or wherever, the cake pop has a better chance of falling off. And then if you get a puddle of chocolate on the bottom of your other cake pop, when you go to put your new cake pop down, that's okay. Just gently pick it up off the parchment paper or wax paper and put it to the side. As you can see, I'll do it here just to show you. So you're just gonna pick it up and put it to the side. So then you don't get a real big foot on the bottom of your cake pop if that happens. So you're just gonna continue dipping all your cake pops into your white chocolate. So I'm just going to continue dipping all the cake pops, moving them if I have to, if they get a foot. If you are dipping your cake pops and you happen to get a crack in them, that could happen because of temperature fluctuation. The chocolate was too hot and the cake pop was too cold. That's again why I like to kind of bring my cake pops back up to room temperature. If it does crack, that's okay. Just take a little bit of chocolate and just try and fill in the crack the best you can. Now we are going to melt our dark chocolate. Again, 30-second intervals, stir in between, and then 10 seconds after the first 2 times. And you're going to need your pastry bag, your mini marshmallows, and your graham crackers. For this next step, you're going to want to make sure you have everything ready to go before we get started. So once your chocolate is melted, you're going to put it into your pastry bag, and you're going to want to cut not too big of a tip, slightly smaller, not too large of a hole because you don't want the chocolate going everywhere. So once you cut the hole in it, you're going to gently pipe the chocolate at the top of your lollipop stick. And you're going to just kind of squeeze it out and have it go and drape down the sides as if it was like melting off your s'mores cake pop, like it's just dripping off. So if it gets a little clunky like that, what I do is I just kind of shake my cake pop gently, not too hard. You don't want to fly off your stick. Then you're going to take some of your graham crackers, nice and crushed up, and you're going to sprinkle it on top of the chocolate while it is still wet. You do not want it to harden, otherwise it's not going to stick. And then you're going to take a few of your micro marshmallows and you're just going to stick them all around the top of your s'mores cake pop. And you're going to repeat this process for all of your cake pops. And I'll show you one more time. So you put your cake pop down and then you gently squeeze the chocolate out so it drapes all off the top, like if it was a drip cake, but it's on cake pop form. So you got your little drip on your cake pop, gently shake. It helps smooth it out, and then you're going to sprinkle your graham crackers, and then you will add your micro marshmallows, and that's how you make your s'mores cake pops.
Thanks for making s'mores cake pops with me today for day 2 of our virtual camp. If you have any questions, you can message me on Instagram or Facebook at Pastry Mama. You can also message Candyland Crafts. Tomorrow we will be having day 3 and we'll be making our camping chocolates. I'll see you then. Bye.